Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. I am your host, the infamous Ultimate One. If I sound a little stuffy, it's because I have a cold, but I want to thank all you guys for coming through the Chokeslam Wrestling Report Extra. This is a new concept that I'm doing every day or every week or during the week. I'll bring you the latest news or something that happened in the last 24 hours, and we will be bringing it here at my channel. So first thing I want to talk about is what happened almost 48 hours ago on Saturday when Jay White decided to show up at Impact Wrestling after the wrestling match between Kenny Omega and Sami Callihan. What does this mean? This means that Jay White is going to be facing Kenny Omega one-on-one, and is this going to stop the controversy of the Good Brothers going around throwing the too sweet sign and whatnot? And is this going to start some type of civil war between the Elite and Bullet Club all over again? If you guys remember back in 2018 when Bullet Club was feuding with each other because the Elite decided that they wanted to market themselves and they were pushing the agenda of the Elite and as part of the Bullet Club. And remember what happened in San Francisco where the Tongans decided that, you know what, we had enough of the Elite. Let's beat them all up. And they took out all the Elite members back in San Francisco at the G1 Climax. That the Tonga Law was involved in that. Haku was involved. I think all three of them took out the whole Elite. Even Tokyo Pimp was wiped out, including even the Crown Jewel was taken out. So a lot of these guys were taken out when this whole thing happened. So now everybody has gone their own way. The Elite went and started AEW and whatnot, but the Elite is no longer Cody Rhodes, um, the villain Marty Scurll, who else? Hangman Page. It's a new. Those three guys are no longer part of the Elite. Now, yet those three members were replaced with the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks, because now the Young Bucks, well, I guess the Young Bucks were still part of the Elite, and Kenny Omega. So it's now five guys instead of six and whatnot. So now my question is, what is going to happen? When Kenny Omega has to defend his Impact World title against Jay White. But the interesting part is that Jay White came with his Never Openweight title. So now if these two guys are going to wrestle, are the titles on the line? Both of them. Because Omega is portraying to be himself the belt collector. What's gonna happen with that? So that's a very interesting situation, that we could talk about. You know, and now with this happening, is this is going to open? Well, actually, I believe Impact kicked the freaking door down this past Saturday. If you think about it, because right now they even announced that Bound for Glory in October, Triple A is going to be involved, New Japan is going to be involved, AEW is going to be involved, and Bound for Glory. Okay, so that's going to be very interesting because you're going to have all these situations going on where now the forbidden door is wide open. If you don't believe me, look at Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green showed up at Ring of Honor at Best in the World as one of the competitors for the Women's Ring of Honor World Tag Team Title Tournament. Right? A World Title Tournament, actually. Not the tag team, I'm sorry. The Women's World Title Tournament. Right? So I figured, well, if she's there, she's not going to go anywhere. Well, she showed up with Matt Cardona, which means that Matt Cardona, I don't think Matt Cardona has a contract with Impact. I guess it's the same thing with Chelsea Green, unless Chelsea Green has a handshake with Ring of Honor. Give me a second. That's the only way I could see that. She has a handshake with Ring of Honor, and she's gonna compete. If she wins the belt, well, that happens. Not only that happened, but we also saw Thunder Rosa, who's the NWA, who was NWA, who's on the contract with NWA. She still works with AEW. Showed up at Impact to wrestle Deonna Purrazzo. What that tells you, the forbidden door has been cracked open, fully open, I can say. And what's going to happen with that? So I see a lot of things happening with this situation where maybe we could see Kenny Omega wrestle Jay White and both titles on the line. The Good Brothers go and join and get involved the Guerrillas of Destiny show up because wherever Jay White goes, Guerrillas of Destiny are right behind him. You know, so it's Kenta. Kenta could show up, make it a very interesting situation. Or the Master Heater, Jado, could be part of with Guerrillas of Destiny to just to to go to counter Don Callis. It's a very interesting situation that's going on with Impact and whatnot. Impact is doing things right now that AEW should have been doing a long time ago. AEW, even though they have had uh, New Japan wrestlers going there, Kenta was one of them that first showed up in February. They had Nagata in there, wrestle against Moxley. um, who else did they have there? Now they're defending. Matter of fact, they're defending IWGP United States Champion is John Moxley. So New Japan has their champion, U.S. champion in AEW. Now you have Lance Archer ready to wrestle John Moxley this in 2 days. Texas Deathmatch, the same way that Lance Archer lost the belt in Wrestle Kingdom of January of last year. So this is very interesting. It's a very interesting situation. Now they got NWA in there. You may have Ring of Honor in there because Chelsea Green just happened to show up in there. Now the situation with Jose, I don't know. No way, Jose. He came in doing the same WWE bullcrap that he was doing back then. He came in with the same thing. So I don't think he has no creativity. He probably figures he could work with that. He might be told not to do that anymore. So I don't know if that's a WWE trademark. Who knows? Who knows? But right now, the way I'm looking at it, this is very interesting. Jay White showing up in an Impact to face Kenny Omega. Now, the history, I'll give a quick history between these two. We know that uh, Omega tried to recruit Jay White, Switchblade, when he first started, when he was the heel in Japan. He tried to recruit him to the Bullet Club, and Jay White pretty much turned on Omega. They ended up wrestling each other for the United States IWGP belt. Omega was the first champion, and it was Jay White who he lost the belt to. So what a perfect scenario, you know, a perfect scenario. Kenny Omega wrestles face Jay White pretty much to get back at Jay White for him losing the belt to him a couple of years ago. So this is perfect. Look, the way I'm looking at the storylines, you can't ask for anything better than this. You can't. You know, I feel that you know if they could relive that situation, like in this Thursday when they have Impact on Thursday, what's going to happen because right now Impact, if you really think about it, Omega has been all they top 3 stars. Swan went down when he lost the belt to Omega. Moose went down at the AEW Daily Place, and now Callihan just went down. So that match was gruesome, but you knew something was going to happen. Somebody was going to interfere. A lot of things were going to. You can't have a wrestling match with Kenny Omega and don't think that he's going to pull out all stops to keep that belt. Omega right now has shown that he's been putting that belt on the line, and not only that, is he going to be able to focus Mr. Jay White, knowing that Hangman Page is biting at his heels to get the AEW belt. So Omega right now, not only that, he has Andrade on his heel for the AAA title and Triple Mania coming up next month. So Omega has his hands full right now. It was a very shocking surprise, Jay White, showing up at Impact. I mean, the Guerrillas of Destiny are coming in some way, somehow, because these guys, the Guerrillas of Destiny, haven't had no wrestling match in Japan since they lost the belts to the Dangerous Tekken, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taichi. So, I mean, this is something that we're gonna follow up. I'm gonna keep following it. I'm gonna keep letting you know. I'm gonna recycle it. Maybe this Thursday or this weekend. Talk about it. I think I'm gonna recycle it again this weekend to see what's coming out of that. I'll wait till Thursday to see if Jay White does show up or not. But it's gonna be very interesting. This is a good time to be a wrestling fan, and everything is open up and up again. And this is one of the reasons why I like New Japan. I like AEW. I like MLW, NWA because this opportunity. There's not You're not gonna get no 3-minute matches or 5-minute matches. or you're not gonna have somebody being shoveled down your throat. Like some of the other wrestlers that we know on the other company. So, uh, let's enjoy this moment because I'm telling you, there's a lot of matchups that can happen. I'm waiting for Nick Aldis to join the fray, maybe go against Omega. He just made that 1,000 days champion, so again, let's see what happens. But that is it for me right now for this extra. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you could do so at the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. That's the name of the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter name handle. Also, guys, if you want to get this T-shirt right here, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, you can get it at tcwr.veryimpressive.com. That's tcwr dot veryimpressive.com and get your shirt. I also got baseball caps. Not nothing like this, but baseball caps. I got other shirts that you guys can order. Also, you can register to the website. You get the YouTube channel and you get uh, the audio podcast that I do on Thursday and Sunday. That is the original podcast, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. You can find that at Apple, Spotify, Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, Amazon Music. I'm everywhere, guys. So you can follow me. Also, you can also find me on the audio podcast, also on the WrestlingIndex.com. That's the WrestlingIndex.com. You can find me in there and check out my man's Tim King's page, and you can read all his articles he got there. You can also find all the other podcasts. So that is it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see if I have anything else for this week, anything interesting. I didn't talk about Money in the Bank because again, WWE is not something I'm investing in right now. A lot of their matches last night, I was not surprised, but we'll see with that. I'll follow that up. So again, guys, be safe, be careful, and definitely I'll see you during the week. Thank you very much.